There's no getting away from it. Once again, another episode of Joshiraku. Even if I tried my hardest, I wouldn't exactly understand what was going on. But then again, I don't believe the characters themselves do. When anything can happen at a moment's notice, the actual threat on towards their personal selves, their characters, their entire place to be on this place to be on this entire series is in jeopardy. We've seen what happens when they go down to a group of 4 and 6. And pretty much everything in between. Some of them may be better off not even conscious. Some of the jokes here land quite hard, and I would have trouble even describing them, let alone trying to figure out what's going to come next. Which means it's always an adventure. If that's one word you want to use. But for now, grab yourselves a bit of a drink, because we might need it. Some hard liquor might actually make things make sense. But let's get some more Joshiraku. I will say, I wonder if there'll be any more kind of lingering effects, ones that would carry over to multiple episodes, or have a long-lasting impact on the show. Kind of like when they fell down to only 4 members, or up to 6 sometimes. But anything that actually affects them, their performance, the building and room that they're allowed to reside in. And I really do fear for everyone of the audience. Are they held here against their will? Can't think of another reason why they'd be attending the shows. And I hope there's no more references or jibes or jokes that I miss or go over my head, really. Halloween. This is very long before we get... I think they enjoyed that one. If you get paid in candy and sweets... To be fair, I wouldn't be disappointed in any of those. Well, maybe. I mean, you can put sugar on it. I wonder how many fires would be started if trick-or-treating around here would result in being given squid. It seems to have gone the other way now. Halloween celebrations, why not just no one get the name that should not be mentioned? Whoa, hold it. You can't do that one. Hiding their true selves. Not be scared of the censors or the legal repercussions. Nothing wrong with that one. Christ, the fact they were really going that far out. What is he showing down there? Also, like the was Shin Megami Tensei type? Were those spirits and creatures there? Now they're gonna get depressed about different ways to holidays and celebrations. Once other nations start celebrating other countries' independences, it's gone a little more commercial. Let's not talk about experimentation. It may have been may have occurred throughout the years. Oh god, the worst fate. Having a poem read to you. What if they have a fancy white van? They said there's a puppy in the back as well. Wiser words have not been said. Also, I like the 1.5 second showing Momotaro. Excuse me? I actually come out with some fairly good responses. How many more things have peach in it? That's just an exchange. Why is it designated just to one day there? Your secrets will not be exposed for another year. I'm sure there's plenty of people that would actually hand over a literal butt-ton of candy there. I'll pay you to leave me alone. So okay, now you can stay. Letting yourself go and letting the true feelings come out right there. And what's left is drums, okay? I can get behind this song. Bit hungry though. I think we need a full breakdown of the lyrics for this Gudon song. Also, is Mask part of this group as well? Different channel? Well, give it up then. I mean, we've already been shown in the very first episode how much effort they can put into animation when they really put their thoughts into it. An orange? At what point are they going to start exchanging the deeds to houses It really does seem to be going up and up in... oh, that seems a bit of a... I hope that was just a PS Vita. Anything could be under that censoring. Now you're just trying to sell things, right? Maybe my idea of them exchanging the housing deeds wasn't too far off after all. Okay, she... Close enough. How did... Now, there were acronyms I wanted to actually remember. I can't think of any at the minute. How do we get from Halloween conversation? Sorry. Conversations about sweets into ticking time bombs. But I'm surprised they all weren't horrified of themselves, because last time we talked about sweets or anything, everyone was worried about putting on weight. Well, all but one. She's always a different story. That's a given, isn't it? Her likes and enjoyments are fairly simple. That particular alleyway has a certain fragrance and aroma to it. But the station... I wondered what point during this things that were, under naming conventions and on actually had the things they were naming, or if it was just wishful thinking for whoever was originally there. Well, I can see that. Also, I only just thought, why is that guy in the back looking so angry? But I just thought about this, but the fact they walk in a line like this. Was it just better because it's easier to animate? The eventuality of probably what is going to happen to their practice. The passing of time and different entertainment mediums, how people enjoy their stories. What subcultures, huh? Anime character battle royale, was that what I just read? Are they sure they want to be here? Oh. He who must not be named. Yeah, this... You took her out of her nirvana. I thought they were going to beg for forgiveness. Anything to try and expand their franchise, get the name out a little more. Even if it is a blood battle to the death. We all know who they would nominate for the event as well. Oh, good. They're doing a Warriors reference? District, whatever the thing is. The Warriors reference, I was not expecting. You have my respect, anyone that knows Warriors. What? Yeah, this seems like an accurate depiction. We're getting closer to the reality right now. And the only way to stop this would be moving to the next scene. Gotcha. I would like to know what the build-up to that punchline was. She has some artistic talent, but what's with the dentist? I mean, no one can have a happy face that... I was joking about a dentist because of the outfit, but... Also, it was because it says about cavity when the title card came up. But still, why is she staring at the rabbit? Is she having flashbacks about the haunted, the sleep paralysis dentist? Remember to brush every day. Floss your teeth to avoid any plaque build-up. Is she replacing the image, or is it just... Let's not bring attention to it. I had a conversation with my father the other day. The local dentist near him has just kind of struck a lot of people off the register, and now everyone's got to go private. So how is the dental stuff in Japan? Is it... Do you have to... insurance like America? Or is it just private dentistries and you pay up? She was very getting progressively more annoyed about copyright infringement ideas and the like. Just get the point across. So you want to put some highly animated teeth and... That might be cause for concern, but don't worry, she's been wearing dentures this entire time. I mean, she has some serious medical needs right now. The earthquake will jostle her around. And why are we now moving on to earthquake advice? Make sure to stay safe. Don't. How? She doesn't have one, does she? She has the full jawline like boxing helmet. Let me guess, as soon as she takes it off and everything is fine again, then you can be jammed back onto her face. What is the idea of an alert to warn you of an impending disaster if it's not at least alerting? Or customize your emergency alert. Reverb fart noises inbound. Make it part of her routine. At least she got the helmet off. Maybe some teeth will come with it. Was it below the... I wouldn't take anything that she prescribes. Yeah. Eases the burden of life and the world. Was it a pounder or a... Can she taste sounds right now? And now the withdrawal? Ah. Re-administered. How much of this does she have in stock? I'll buy the entire lot. I've not heard of that one. There have been some interesting ways for people to try and pull their own teeth out. Doors come to mind, but we're having a Rube Goldberg machine. I like it. Or no, you're relying on a live animal as part of it. It's never going to go well. You don't want to know... Slinky! You don't want to know what's going on outside. The fact that it was a 3D... We're relying on traffic. Somehow So we were just waiting on an earthquake? Well, if you're scared of going to the dentist, you know what to do now. Just wait for the tectonic activity to take care of it for you. That must be the reason behind the English, really. We have no geologic activity around here. It's a shame. But now that we've covered Halloween, dental well-being, and anything and everything in between, including copyright infringement, the less said about that one on this channel, the better. Maybe we can come out the other side actually learning a thing or two. I just wait for the cease and desist letters from the mouse. which should be coming through any minute now, really. Gotta make sure my door's locked.
Oh, here's Mickey.
I have been advised by my lawyers to terminate any and all talk from the majority of this video. This show, just what is half of it? Whatever medication, if we can call it medication, that Maddie was on at the end there, I think a lot of that went into the creation of this. And it's probably needed to watch it. I will say, though, while she was dancing about in a apoplectic, joyful nature and fever, remind me a lot of Gintama for some reason. I don't know what that says about Gintama, to be fair, but sometimes I wonder if some of the internal monologues and diatribes that I have in my head are let out into the wider world and people start becoming aware of them. Well, first off, I'd be probably incarcerated into a nice place with some padded walls, but also, would it turn out into a show like this? Definitely some of the conversations that I've had with friends growing up was this kind of insanity, kind of flitting between one topic to the next with no interim. So at least that bit makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to get off of this topic before I think about it too hard, but still, Halloween is probably one of the festivities and holidays that I probably enjoy more than the others. Even though I don't particularly celebrate it myself. That's just I'm a grumpy bastard. But I do think a lot of the more commercialised aspects of all of the holidays is, well, maybe cynical of me, but still just making it more cheap and tacky. I mean, have you seen some of the outfits that are out there on sale? And why have none of them increased in quality in like 40 years? In fact, they're probably still selling the same stock that they had 40 years ago. We've seen some of those rubber masks and things. And while I did actually know of it at some point, it has escaped my mind, but the origin of the whole trick-or-treat aspect of of Halloween. There was a time where there was pranks or whatnot played if you did not hand out candy, if you were not at your home when they called round their costumes. I am so glad all of that craze has died down, or at least I don't hear of it anymore. Back in, early 2000s or whatnot, it was always on TV. Oh, someone's had eggs thrown at their house, or toilet paper thrown everywhere. So that's just being a public nuisance. And one part of the holidays that I'm pretty sure Japan might not take on board. I'm still wondering why I thought that guy was a dentist before I actually got that punchline of a story. Other than the jacket, and I think I was thinking before I even saw the word cavity appear. Was it just so stereotypical anime dentist that it... Maybe it's just the look of resignation of one's life. And if you're a dentist out there, I'm sure you'd agree with me with that statement. I can sit here talking absolute bollocks for another 10 minutes probably, but I'm sure we've all got better places to be. Joshiraku being a story, as we've seen, that is all over the place and nowhere at the same time. The fact that they have no set conversation, and it seems while they're mid-sentence can drop and jump into something else completely. really got to keep you on your toes. You need to be awake to follow any of it. It's quite exhausting. But much like other shows of its nature, like Nichijou or Danchi Kokusei no Nichijou, anything with Nichijou in its title, they're kind of all about randomness in its nature, where it's just dumb conversations between friends and moments I'm going to enjoy because, well, you can't exactly go wrong with it. And the fact that this is much more chaotic on the spectrum of shows. I'm worried about what's going to come up next. Who are they going to insult next time, and who are they going to make me insult next time? Hopefully you'll be there to see it. If you're a dentist, I'm sorry. But if you enjoyed, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to catch up with the next episodes that are coming out. Or you can just take it easy. Get some rest. But make sure to come back for the next one.
Oh, I'm still here.
If you would like to help me try to cover any sort of legal costs, consider joining onto my Patreon, because thanks to the likes of Noku, Sal, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Shiwan, Tori Jane and everyone else, I really only need to live in perpetual fear of the mouse. And thanks to all of you, I can continue at least watching some anime every now and again, until he comes back.